Number 4, same idea. This one does get a little bit trickier. I would encourage that you have a calculator tab open. We're doing our sign change, that you pause the video, rewind, maybe even pause it to try to predict what I'm going to do. We're going to start with distributive property. Then we're going to, on the same side, combine like terms. Then we need to start to move things. So we're going to look at where the y's are. And it would be best, since the right side has more y's, to move the y's on the left over to the right. 6y plus 2y is 8y plus 6. And I'm going to fix that. That is a small minus sign there. Okay, so we have 10 plus negative 3x equals 8y plus 6. Add negative 6 to both sides. And then everything gets an 8, and we will clean up our answer. 1/2 plus negative 3/8 x equals y, or y equals negative 3/8 x plus a half. A tad bit weird. We have a y-intercept that is a half, or 0, 1/2, and a slope of negative 3/8. This one is especially challenging, so feel free to go back before we go to the table. And we're going to plug in our slope-intercept form up at the top, set up our points. And again, I like to kind of set up the 1/2 so I can think about this. I know it's going to come out to be a positive because it is two negatives being multiplied. And negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. So this is 3.5. That's kind of messy. Start to plot these and see if we're doing this correct. Negative 8 and up 3.5. We also have our y-intercept at 0, 1/2. That's kind of messy. This one's especially tricky. Now we're going to plug in negative 4. Again, I can tell that this is going to be a positive. 4 goes into 4 and into 8 twice. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3, and 2 times 1 is 2, which is 4 over 2, which is 2. All right, that one came out somewhat okay. So far, that looks actually pretty good. And the last one, this one's a little trickier, like I just mentioned. A number that goes into 8 and into 12 is 4. Let's bring over the half while we think about this. This time it's going to be negative. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 8 halves, which is negative 4. And that we have to estimate 11, 12 down to negative 4. And there is our table, our equation in slope-intercept form, and our graph.